guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing this natural, quick and easy drugstore makeup tutorial for the lazy average person. This is something I've been doing a lot since COVID because I haven't been going out for dinners or for social gatherings. So this is something I do for like a Zoom meeting or class. I'm not in school anymore, but this is probably something I would still do just so that I feel like I'm getting ready for the day. It only took like 15 minutes max. A lot of these steps you can cut out. This whole process is very customizable to you, what products you have, and what you prefer on your own face. So without further ado, we'll get into the video. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. I really like hearing back from you guys, so actually leave a comment about what eyeshadow palette you think I should get next. I can't wait to read your comments, and we'll get into the tutorial. The Fit Me is my favorite drugstore concealer because it's just super creamy and blendable, so I like to use that. But you can use your concealer of preference just in the spots that I need it. And then I just have one that's like slightly lighter, and I like to put that in the inner corners and blend that in. And I find that a wet sponge is the best way because it just spreads the product out in a thin layer, whereas brushes provide a lot more coverage, but I don't necessarily want coverage or too much coverage. I want it to look very, very natural. I have two active zips right now. I don't really worry too much about covering them to the fullest extent because for me, natural makeup is supposed to show some imperfections. I don't think that you should ever feel like you have to cover everything up fully and have a clean slate. I just personally don't like the feeling of foundation all over my face, and it just feels like a mask. I just prefer to wear concealer on a regular basis. And then I'm gonna actually take a bit more of the lighter concealer and put it under my eyes. I find that when you're doing like lazy makeup, the most important thing is kind of brightening your under eyes. I am more of an oily skin gal. I will set my face. If you don't have oily skin or you have more normal to dry skin, you can definitely just leave the concealer and not set it if it's not too tacky for you. But for me, I prefer to set my face even if it's just a little bit. I have a literal booger in my nose the whole time. I'm just using a Catrice Prime and Fine translucent pressed powder. It literally broke off, which kind of sucks, but since it's quarantine, I'm not traveling. If I'm being fast, I'm not gonna do a cream contour. I'm not gonna be doing any of that. You can even skip bronzer if you want, but I just like to add a little bit of color into my face. I just kind of bring it everywhere just to add color and definition because I have quite a bit of a rounder face. I also like bringing it up on the nose because that is where we naturally get sun-kissed. This is something I wear basically not every day, but like on days where I don't really want to do my makeup, but I also want to still look more presentable. I always like to add blush, and today I'm using this cream blush from Quo. I think you can only get this in Canada, unfortunately. I like to use cream because it's fast and it always looks more natural than a powder blush, so I just dab that in. And you can kind of choose a shade based off of like what your natural flush looks like. I find that if you do one that's your natural flush, it looks the most natural. It looks like you barely put any effort into your makeup, and that's just what you look like. You can blend with your fingers, which is also popular, or you can blend with a brush. If you guys wanted to do this with a foundation that I would recommend that's super, super lightweight is probably from The Ordinary, and it's their serum foundation. It's relatively affordable as well, and to me, it's something that I don't really feel on my face. It doesn't feel like a mask, it doesn't feel cakey, and it certainly doesn't look cakey either, so I would highly recommend that if you're in the market. All the products will be listed down below, so if you don't or can't understand me and are wondering what I'm using, I have recently started using the Got2b spiking glue. This mini travel size is perfect for your eyebrows because if you bought the full size, you'd probably never finish it. I just brush it through my eyebrows, and I brush my eyebrows up, and then I'll fill in any sparse areas. And it also holds your brows like crazy. Look at that. When you wash it out of your eyebrows, what I recommend is actually taking like a balm or an oil-based cleanser. Will turn into little balls and just fully come off your eyebrows. I think my eyebrows are really, really light for my face and my hair color, so I always like to fill them in. If you have naturally beautiful, like full brows, I am jealous, first of all, but second of all, you probably don't even need to fill them in. You could probably just brush them up in the morning, and that's essentially all you'd have to do. I'm using the e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil. Honestly, my eyebrows have recovered a lot from when like over plucking them was unfortunately a trend. I know a lot of people who do natural makeup probably just curl their eyelashes and leave it at that, but for me personally, if I'm already doing this, I'm probably just gonna put on mascara. So I like to curl my eyelashes. I can't put on mascara without curling my eyelashes because my eyelashes are straight. Look at that difference. I want to hear what you guys like from the drugstore. I haven't really been buying too much makeup recently. I've just been using up what's in my collection. I just started getting back into buying makeup and pursuing that hobby again. Like I said, I lived in Banff for a bit, so I was in the mountains and I was not wearing any makeup. Like I just did not freaking care at all. I'm just getting back into makeup. This is probably something I would wear in Banff even if I was going out to the club pre-COVID when I was living in Banff, because no one really gave two fricks about what you're wearing or what you look like. I basically lived in Patagonia in sweatpants, so I would like to hear what you guys are recommending from the drugstore that's new. I haven't really been shopping for makeup recently. I did buy a couple products from the SUbcrIBEEeee sale, mainly skincare, and then I got one palette that I'm so freaking excited for because I don't know when the last time I bought an eyeshadow palette was. Actually, let me know what your favorite eyeshadow palette is. I have like the basics, like the ABH Modern Renaissance and like the Urban Decay Naked palette. I bought the Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde palette, and I'm super excited because I don't have a palette that has colors in it. Like I only really wear neutrals, which is normal because most people aren't makeup artists. This Mercury Retrograde palette is just beautiful and I could not say no to it, especially with the sale, so I got it. And I'm hella excited. I've been tracking it. My impatient ass has been literally refreshing every day. Should we track the package right now? I'll track it in a little bit. I like to use the Maybelline Lash Sensational. Personally, like this mascara when it's been dried out a little bit. When you first get it, it's really wet. Wet mascaras tend to make your eyelashes droopy. But that is the difference between my eyelashes with mascara and curled and my eyelashes curled but without. If I could only do like two of these things, I probably would just do my eyebrows and mascara. I am very insecure when my skin has breakouts, and that comes from having taken birth control, the pill, for like years and then never having a breakout and then stopping it and switching my birth control to an IUD, and that caused most of my hormonal breakouts that I currently am experiencing. I like to make sure I wiggle it on the top tips of the eyelashes because sometimes the tips don't get as much product as the base, and the tips are kind of what distinguish how long your eyelashes are. I take a brown eyeliner pencil, which looks a little bit more natural, and I will just tight line. Whenever I curl my eyelashes, that little bit of flesh is actually more apparent when I curl my eyelashes. Something new that I actually recently picked up from the drugstore. Maybelline Lifter Gloss in the color Reef, which is a pretty neutral pink. I said it in my last video, in the SUbcrIBEEeee video, that I wanted to pick up the Tower 28 lip gloss, the milky lip gloss in coconut or oat. And I think this is kind of like a nice in-between shade, and it was also only $10. I hate that I like makeup so much, but I just hate wearing it. I can do a full-on glam makeup look and then just feel like disgusting after I put it on. Like I just don't like the feeling of thick, cakey foundation. If you are one of those people, this is something that you literally can't feel. Even for the lip gloss, if you want to trade it out for a tinted lip balm, a regular lip balm, or even a lip oil so that you still get that glossy factor, I would say this literally doesn't feel like you have any makeup on. That concludes the end of this video. I hope you learned something or you found any of these products helpful or tips helpful. This is something I do on a regular basis, especially now during COVID. I don't like wearing a lot of makeup. I don't like wearing heavy makeup, especially if I'm not doing anything super important. I'm not going out for dinners. I'm not seeing people very frequently, if ever. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you like this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you comment down below what eyeshadow palette you've been loving so that I can purchase it and try it myself. See you guys later.